Okay, we're going. So, okay, I was trying to explain this idea this is one of those things that it annoys me that people don't get, which is that separation is an illusion, right?
Yeah.
There's very basic facts of physics in that you and I, William and Oscar here, and you, the listener, and everyone, we're all just within and are a part of and are made of a soup of protons, electrons, and neutrons, baby. That's all that's happening, right? And it's not separate. There's no real lines that define.
Not at the atomic level.
Not at the atomic level. If you zoom in far enough, we're all just pixels. We're all just pixels on one big screen, and like. Yeah.
And a great way to a great example of this is like, if me and Oscar are like shaking each other's hand, okay, and you zoom in to the atomic level, it looks the same as everything else around it.
Yeah.
Because it's just atoms like
being near
each other,
interacting,
and there's no line at the atomic level. You wouldn't be able to see me and Oscar. You would just see all the atoms around.
And this is a bit of contextual, you might not know, like, atoms are 99.999% empty space, right? So everything that looks like physical mass in the universe is mostly just actually empty space with forces like little magnets, imagine, that are pushing each other and pulling each other, and they end up in the shape of that thing. Like, so most of everything is empty space, and we're just atoms in a soup in overlaid fields. Like, if you know physics, you should understand separation is fake. The whole universe is one big thing.
Yeah. It's one big atom party.
Yeah. It's like me and Will. If me and Will were like, oh, I'm not the universe, I'm Oscar. That's like if you looked at a cake and you pointed to like one part of the cake and you were like, that's not the cake, that's a chrome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's this part of the cake, that's not the cake.
Ship of Theseus.
Yeah, Ship of
Theseus.
Oh, it's a similar thing to that, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
Which is like
similar.
It is similar, so along the same line of thinking, which it's more like if you went up to the Ship of Theseus and you pointed to a nail that's nailed into the Ship of Theseus, and you were like, this is not the Ship of Theseus, this is a nail. The true answer is that is a part of the Ship of Theseus, right? So it is the Ship of Theseus as much as any other piece of the ship is, right?
Yeah.
And at the same time, like, humans and all beings are within the universe, and you can't separate out any individual thing and say that it isn't the universe. We all are the universe. We're all the same thing. And that, I wonder if that should go into like our discussions about our actual, like, well, I don't know if you want to call them beliefs, our guesses about how the universe runs, which is that we're all part of the same thing. Call it God. God is the word we use, but we do not mean a traditional version of a God.
We don't mean like the guy with the beard who lives in the clouds. What we're saying is like, if you've ever heard of like the short story, or actually, it's not quite that, is it?
No.
It's basically, it's possible, okay, that every being and everything in reality has like a little slice of the God consciousness pie in it.
That's quite an abstract metaphor. Let me try and get at it from a different, let me really try and simplify it down. So this is a few base assumptions that lead me and you to this conclusion, right? So everything in the universe is the same thing, right?
Yeah, we know.
That's baseline assumption number 1. Baseline assumption number 2, no part of your brain or any other being's brain is that being, right? So any particular thought that you have, any particular ideas or memories, or
there's no part of you that you could physically look at and say that's the God bit,
or even subjectively in your own mind. There's no part of you that you could look at.
That's what your mind is fully physical, isn't it?
Yes, and there's no part of you that you could, even if you search your own mind, there's no part of you you can look at and be like, that is me, right? Because none of the feelings in your consciousness are you. They're all just feelings in your consciousness.
Yeah.
Right? What beings actually are is some sort of observer, some sort of consciousness that just watches thoughts and watches impressions and watches the minds of beings play out. Right? So
this might be... I feel like we should talk about other stuff at some point.
Eventually, yeah.
This is such a slog to get through.
I know, but okay. Everything in the universe is the same thing, and everything in the universe is also not its brain, it is the observer in the back of it, right? So, there is life in this universe. It's just very suspicious. If you follow physics, it's very strange that we live in a universe where life is able to happen. And it's entirely ridiculously strange that you and I have a conscious experience right now, because that is not needed for physics to work.
Yeah.
Right? So we live in a universe where everything is the same thing. Consciousness is fundamentally built into the structure of the universe, and each being watches its brain play out, but it is just the observer in the background. So what we believe, simply, is that observer in the background of every single being that exists is God, or is a being, or is consciousness, which is recording or experiencing the lives of all beings.
Yeah.
And we believe that it's quite possible that at the end of the universe, or at some point, all of this memory will be in one single being. We will all wake up one day,
yeah,
as the same being that remembers the lives of every single animal and every person and every alien that's ever lived.
And we're not sure if that's true, but that's a pretty good. That's a pretty accurate guess. We feel
that is my intuition, and that is my assessment over long periods of looking at the ideas and looking at how the universe seems to function. And it's also through psychedelics, we'll be honest. And yeah, that's what we believe. And it's not a belief, right? We don't believe that to be true. I wouldn't bet money on it.
No.
Because I wouldn't bet on anything, because I don't believe anything, because beliefs are inherently not logical to hold. But, right, that's a strong intuition of mine, and it's a strong... That's the only thing I've ever heard that's spiritual that actually physically, metaphysically makes sense to me on a mathematical level about how I understand the universe to work.
Cool. Does that wrap everything up? Yeah. What do you want to talk about now? I want to talk about games, but can we do a hybrid podcast, or does that just fuck everything? It fucks everything? Oh man, this fucking whole dividing thing sucks dick.
Same with the gaming podcast, bro.
I want to talk about a lot of things, you know? Hey, listen. I tear down walls. You build them up, you know? It's just, that's the little back and forth we got going on, you know?
That's the dynamic. Okay. I don't know if I put up walls.
You're a fucking tyrannical overlord,
oh,
you know?
Fuck, man. I'm a wall putter-upper.
You build... You separate. He separates. Boo the separator.
Damn.
Boo. All of us in the fan are booing you.
Oh no. I don't care about everyone, but I care about the fan a lot.
Right?
Yeah.
Fan, boo with me. Boo.
Oh no, I can feel it.
The fan's booing you.
Oh, I feel it.
In the metaverse.
Oh no. I can feel it in the noosphere. Time isn't real, and I can feel I've disturbed.
You know that in this reality, the fan has booed you.
Well, because my chakras run clear and free like a mountain stream.
Strong and true, yeah.
Yeah, strong and true. My chi flows strong. Strong current of chi through my chakras. I actually have tapped into the fourth dimension, and I can subtly sense that the fan did boo me there, so...
Well, there you go, fan.
Yeah.
He felt it.
Well, burp. I'm going to go take a shit. There's a Rick reference for you.
He just left me here. Guys.
Hello, you dingus. I'm throwing you in the
Guys, I wanted to talk about games, but we're not allowed to do that on this stupid fucking. Oh, we're gonna divide up the topics so we fucking have different fucking episodes and shit. Who cares about that? Let's just talk about what we want to talk about. You know, because I'm a libertarian. I believe in freedom. He believes in order, tyranny, cowardice. You know, general greeniness and horribleness. And he's the scum of the earth, really. That's all that I really have to say there. I'm going to read a Bible passage. Hey, I'm Fuck you. I'm leaving it dead air because I'm reading Bible.
Alright, man. I guess I'll have to cut that out.
It's authentic if we keep it in.
I mean, authentic, listenable, you know.
Who cares if this podcast... No one listens this far.
Apparently they do. The average view for our last one.
Yeah?
4 views, and it was fucking 8 minutes average view.
8 minutes? Motherfucker, we're like 20 in, surely.
Yeah, I know. But
We're 10 in. No one goes to 10.
That's true.
Guys, only the fan will ever hear this. Will ever hear the utterances. And remember, the first podcasts are supposed to be a little shitty. We gotta get our low ones out.
Yeah, like 50.
We gotta have a couple terrible ones. Fan, if you're listening this far, the rest of this is garbage. It's vomit. It's just like sewage. It's the lowest level of like. You ever heard of? You ever read Donald Trump's Out of the Deal? Basically, he outlines it all in there pretty clearly. He says, okay, that the lowest level of hell is reserved for shitty podcasters. I don't know if that's true, but that's what Donald Trump says, and I trust him. He seems like a straight shooter. You know, he seems like a good guy. Seems like he has the people's interests at heart.
Straight shooter?
We should bring him back for... I feel like we should get him in for another 4 years, right? Another term of presidency. But then during that, maybe he can turn it into some kind of monarchy where he and the rest of the Trumpians can all sort of rule America for the rest of the time. I just think that would be pretty cool. And I don't know about you, but like, you know, that's a pretty watchable show, America and the Trumps. Like, Keeping Up with the Trumps, you could make a, like, what's happening with DJ Trump and Barron, that little goblin. This fucking guy, he's leaving me on this podcast. It's been like 2 minutes. I'm talking to myself. Look at him. Listen to him. Can you hear the fucking... He steps like an oaf. Fucking loud, heavy trunk-like feet that he just fucking slams on the ground, you know? Look at him. Look at him. I can hear him coming back now. Look at him. Here I am.
Yeah, look at me,
Fucking-
listener.
This oaf. Look at him, listener.
Sorry, it took a long time.
It took a long time.
Well, I took my shit, and then I leaned over to flush, and I looked in, and I was...
We're only like 12 minutes in. You can't end it now.
I looked in the bowl, and I was like, I thought I saw a shiny shekel, you know, so I had to go
This
rooting around in
fucking-
there.
I'm the Jew.
I had
That's
to
my
root-
shekel.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, well, I couldn't find it. Turns out it was just a piece of aluminum foil that I'd eaten earlier, so...
I need to preface, about what I said before, fam, because you're the only one who watches this far. You know, Trump is cool and all, but he doesn't have, like, the best social interests at heart.
I would like to say, for my half of the podcast, Trump is not, quote, cool at all.
He's not cool at all?
No, he is not cool at all.
He's pretty cool, I trust him.
I think he's like a rapist, right?
Yeah, well, you know, separate the artist from the art.
That is true. He is... The media depiction of Trump was, at times, very, very funny, but I don't think he's, quote, cool at all. That's what I have to say.
Well, I think his art is cool. I don't know if that's art. Oscar, he is a comedic genius.
You're right. I should shut the fuck up.
He's
It is,
beautiful. Trump is one of the greatest things to happen to America, and they know it.
No.
In terms of content.
Yeah, only in terms of content.
And art.
I think it was
Artistic merit.
I think it was a lot better for us on the outside to watch.
Oh,
I
hell
think
yeah. We reaped all the
Americans are
benefits.
fucked right now. The psychological state of
Yeah,
America.
but doesn't everyone outside of America subtly want them all to die?
Yes, but that's only because of, you know, the way that they are. You know?
Well, I think we put that issue to bed.
Yeah.
They
They know by now, right? Americans know that
I feel like
every
all Americans know
single
that we all
country in
hate
the
them.
world, every culture outside of America hates America.
And guys,
Yeah.
listen, Americans, if you move out of America, we don't hate you as much. But the fact that you live in America and are American,
Yeah.
that's the issue.
And it's less personal. Individual Americans, we don't hate you. It's as a group, we hate you.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
You're a terrible group, organization of criminals. You
Yeah, it's
know?
all bad, you know?
And listen, coming from a couple Australians, you guys are the best at crime.
Yeah.
You know?
And we're pretty good at crime, Australians.
Yeah, we were born criminals here.
Yeah.
All our ancestry leads back.
Free, free as the wind blows. Sorry.
Well, he's right. All Australians were born free as the wind blows.
Free as the birds fly. So I had to do it to him.
Because our ancestry genetics criminals.
Crims.
How have we got? I mean,
Dude, don't even look. What are you doing? It ruins the whole fucking tempo.
bro, we ruined this whole thing when you left for 2 minutes.
That's because you couldn't handle it. That's because you got thrown in the
I
deep
did
end.
pretty good,
Nah,
actually.
you got thrown in the
I think
deep
my
end.
best stuff was when I was alone. You're ruining it, you know?
Okay, well, I think
Isn't that right,
you
friend?
you just claimed to have ruined it already, so I was just going along with it. I was just yes-anding you.
No, you ruined it when you left. That wasn't me. I held up the fucking foundations best I could. I tried my hardest.
Bro.
You know what? Shit in your own time. This is the fans' time.
Okay, you're right. This is for the fan. I should shit in my own time.
You fucking...
Sorry, Bezos.
Yeah. Am I right, Bezos? This fucking guy thinks he works for free. You think nothing costs money in this world.
I think fucking podcasts grow on trees, dude.
You think podcasts grow on trees.
Oh,
I said a lot of shit that I don't know if I want to watch it during those 2 minutes.
Okay, it's fine. I kind of want to listen to it.
We're gonna have to listen to it.
I want to clip out. First of all, I'm gonna clip out that bit where we were talking about what I believe. That's like a nice few minutes that people might actually watch.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking the first it's dense. The first 5-10 minutes of this.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that no one will care if this is nothing for the rest of it.
Right. Yeah, that's true. I also want to. I think eventually I want to clip out all of the times that I go to take a shit and all of the solos. I just want to put them together and just have that as a video.
God, my solos are
But
getting.
wouldn't that be so
that
funny?
would be really funny,
right?
Fuck, that would be crazy.
Right.
If you got to, if we had 15, 20 of these up.
Or even just 5. That's like a good 7 minutes of content right there. Like.
Oh my god, you're right.
Yeah.
That one was bloody 2 minutes long.
Right.
Fuck, that was the longest one I've had to do though.
Right. Yeah. I once again the shekel. I had to go rooting.
This.
Yeah.
Can you believe this? Can you believe they got the Pentagon?
Yeah, I think we can make some really good clips. But I want to get those clips. You know, that's why I want to like. It only takes 1 minute of us not thinking that we can just give up for the rest of the podcast for us to get a nice section.
Oh, I'm not giving. This is a good section, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. Damn, you didn't even do a Rick quote. You gotta take the opportunity.
Gotta take a shit.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go take a shit.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's the level 9 access code again?
Yeah. Oh, that's easy. It's 924. Yeah.
Your Rick is dead.
Hi,
Your
Rick.
Rick is dead.
Bye, Rick.
Your Rick is dead.
Yeah, your Rick is dead. SEAL Team Rick turned his unibrow into 2 brows with a bullet. Oh man.
So everyone watching, you can tune out now. We're just gonna talk about.
Let's just do impressions. Here's Faranga. Proventus, what say you about these dragons and rumors of dragons?
That is a pretty good impression. I can only think about it because I love his accent so much.
Yeah, right. Here, I'll do another one. What say you now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
One
Pretty
of
good,
Farengar,
right?
One of Farengar's is like the Jarl will be in the fucking, what is it? The Jarl is usually in the throne room.
Yeah, he does a few weird
He
quotes.
says some weird shit. You can
Wait,
say.
wait. Spells and enchantments for those
Oh
with the
my
skills to cast them.
What was another one? Yeah. I think that's spells and incantations.
For a mage.
Yeah. I think you'll like what I have to offer.
Yeah. Well, there's so many great Skyrim characters to do impressions of, dude. Cicero!
Right.
Oh.
You're a listener! We found the listener!
Oh, man.
Oh, and then he starts fucking dancing.
His little bells going off.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I love when he kills a bunch of people. I love that he's... Dude, so SCPs clearly exist in Skyrim, and Cicero was one of them.
Yes, Cicero is an SCP. Oh, there's so many SCPs, man. So many.
Shadowmere?
Yeah, Shea Gorath
He's a Daedra.
Yeah, exactly. That's an SCP. Completely.
But then so are all the gods.
Exactly. SCP's everything, Will.
Damn.
That's why it's amazing.
Let's keep doing impressions.
Yeah, right. This is a right. We need to do more fucking impressions. Okay, wait.
Can we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
Okay, ready? We're switching to the Hobbit. All right. Am I not the king?
It's late, bro.
I'm sorry, but I had to get one out.
You're shouting.
I had to get one out.
It's so late.
I had to get one out.
You were singing
it's
loud
not that
earlier.
late.
What time is it?
It's only like 10 a bit. 10:30 or something.
On a Thursday night.
Whatever. We'll do. Shut up! You're ruining it. You're still ruining it.
I want the dead air.
10 seconds ago.
I want the dead air.
Wow.
I want more dead air.
Wow. So little about podcasting, bro.
Hey,
Come
Austin,
on.
stop talking for a minute. Isn't that nice?
No.
Peace and quiet.
Yeah, but it's not for a podcast. It's not. That's not how it works.
Are we even
No one
recording?
uploads a podcast of peace and quiet, Will.
That's because, I mean, that's a market that no one's tapped into.
I mean, you're right. What am I saying?
Fucking
Peace and
cool.
Quiet podcast. We'll just upload blank audio and we'll call it the Peace and Quiet podcast.
Yeah.
That could be a bit.
So there we go. See, I'm just coming up with ideas here. I feel like I'm contributing more to the shares.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Wow. Wow. I'm trying to think of more Thorin quotes now.
They're so loud, though, you know.
You're right. You do have to really hit them.
Yeah.
To do a good impression.
My wings, a hurricane.
Yeah, you can't even do it unless you hit it.
You can do shitty versions.
Yeah, I don't want to do shitty versions. I'm trying to do good impressions.
Dude, you want to go bowling?
Yeah.
Fuck it, dude. Let's
go
go
bowling. Donnie, you're out of your element.
This aggression will not stand, man.
The fucking point is, dude.
Chinaman is not the preferred nomenclature.
Wait, no, you gotta do the full quote. This is about drawing a line in the sand. Across this line, you do not! Actually, dude, the preferred Chinaman is not the preferred nomenclature.
Asian American, please.
Asian American, please. In Da Nang. In fucking...
Yeah. Hill 365.
Donnie, shut the fuck... Oh, when are they playing?
Yeah. Oh, when are we playing? What is it? Saturday. Saturday. Shomer Shabbos.
Shomer Shabbos.
I told no, he says he's
I
like
told that fucking crowd.
He says this, he's like Sunday, and he's like, who the fuck works down at the league office? And then he's like, Burkhalter. And then he's like, I told that fucking crowd 100 times, I don't bowl on Shomer Shabbos.
Shomer fucking Shabbos.
Yeah, and then
Oh,
he's
God.
like, what's Shomer Shabbos,
Yeah.
Walter? And then he's like, what is it?
He keeps ignoring
Yeah, he keeps
fucking
ignoring-
Lebowski and
yeah.
the dude.
That poor woman.
That poor...
Shomer Shabbos.
Poor woman. That poor woman. Oh my god. And then of course the fucking... Market Zero!
Yeah.
The best scene in anything ever.
You're entering, Smokey, you're entering a world of pain.
What do you mean, Walter? A world of pain.
A world of... Dude, market 0. No, dude, market an 8. I want an over.
This isn't Nom Smokey. There are rules.
Have I gone completely fucking crazy?
Am I the other one who gives a shit about the rules?
Market 0!
Market Zero! Again, he cocks a fucking bullet and everything. Put the piece away, Walter.
Dude, this is your partner, man. Market 0!
Walter.
Put the
piece
they call him the
away.
cops, man. Put the
Walter,
piece away.
dude. Oh man, what a fucking amazing.
Not the necessary means for a necessary means of a higher education.
Oh my god. The bums will always lose, Lebowski! The bums will always lose!
We can't get copyright for this, right?
Yeah, the old man said I can take any rug in the house. No, it's not close enough.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
fine.
That's gotta be...
Yeah.
That's a niche, untapped criminal market.
Yeah.
Shitty impressions that are still, like, kind of okay.
Dude, it's fine. We can do shitty impressions. I don't know if I have it like... I have Nixon from Futurama. You know? It's the classic Nixon.
He's also just does that, I think.
I don't think ever in real life the US president was like... I don't think he did that on television, Will.
You know? Von.
Okay, but like, relax. You know?
I don't know, but we'll take it here.
Okay, but Dad smells like a truck and you can't hear it through the fucking ceiling, so
You
I'm
can?
pretty sure. You can hear it when you walk out, you can't hear it in here.
No,
when the door
yeah, I
goes.
think you can.
No. Only when he's really hitting it.
Oh.
And you know, like, he gets up to intense volumes. Like, stop, man. You just fucking it all up, man.
I could talk, it's just funny if I don't now. You've started a bit that I can do in the podcast. You've ruined it from here on out because I've realised what I can do.
You doing bits to me isn't bad.
You should have left me alone. It generated such a horrible demon of podcasting in me.
Fucking Cartman demon. Yeah, some more. Yeah.
What's happening to me?
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Mom,
Give me chicken. Give me
bucket.
Give me chicken. Give me chicken.
Give me chicken. Don't talk to the child. Don't
I'm not
engage
looking
the
at the child. I'm not acknowledging the child.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you doing? You Mexican bitch.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh, I loved that the real guy reviewed that and thought it was good. Yeah. Ain't no hog I ever seen like that.
It's like he could run in two directions at once.
I love that the South Parkians don't doubt his skill. They're like, whoa. What a crazy hog this must be. The professional can't do it.
Ain't a hog alive, Big Chuck Williams I can't catch, or whatever his name is.
Yeah. See, that's what America's really about. That's what I'm saying. It's like, those people are why America's running. You know? That guy is holding it together. He's the glue of America is those souls.
I feel like it's the Wolf of Wall Street people.
No, they're the people who are like keeping it running, but they're not the people who are keeping the dream going.
Yeah, that's true. The idea of America, the cultural idea of America is probably held up by rural...
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's probably the same in Australia. Like, Melbourne is as Australian as anywhere else, but we also... You don't think of Melbourne when you think of the typical Australia. You think of red dirt, you think of howdy, mate. Well, you
think
know.
of Uluru, indigenous people, kangaroos, koalas, boomerang.
Yeah. Like, I hit a roo with me car. I didn't have me fucking rhubarb on because I took it down to the mechanic and he told me to take them off.
Rhubarb's in my car. Now it's
totally
fucked.
My car.
Gonna get direction. When you show some affection. Do.
You're what wizard, Harry? Oh my god. Hand of truth, wind it into. Hand of truth. There you go, that's enough. I'm gonna clip it. That's a fucking clip of us doing impressions of many different things.
We're at 28.
Oh, that's good. That's a good time. Are you just over it now? Like,
no, I'm gonna see how long we can go.
I've been keeping the episodes around half an hour, and that seems fine for me.
I like half an hour.
I think half an hour is good, right? We did an hour once, and I just cut it in two, and that worked. And I was like, yeah, good. They're all around half an hour.
Cool.
Yeah.
How many episodes we got?
Uploaded. I think I just uploaded like episode 5, and then I think we've got till this is like episode 9 we're recording now or something.
Oh, bro, numbers are boring. You know that. Like halfway through that, I just was like, oh.
That's why you can't learn maths verbally, bro. You can't do it. I swear, I
just tuned it out.
I couldn't learn maths in school when I was learning it from a teacher because they're just up there like, oh, numbers, and you move the 4 and then you multiply it by numbers, and it all just tunes out and you can't fucking hear it and you don't, none of it goes in your mind. Like for me, when I started doing uni and I was actually reading it at my own pace, reading it out, looking at diagrams, trying to understand it, it was so much simpler. Like, yeah, school is bad, everyone. I think I actually already said that exact same thing on this podcast.
Yeah.
Because school sucks.
Yeah. That was interesting.
Yeah.
Eventually, we're gonna have to come up with new shit to talk about that we don't like already talk about. Because we won't be
eventually.
Like, isn't that funny?
Yeah. We've talked about a lot of things. Like, well, there's classic topics we haven't gone over, like which animal could you beat in a fight? You know, like there's classic things that we have to put on.
Fuck off! We haven't talked about which animal you could beat in a fight.
Not on the podcast.
It's cheetah. We'll cut to the chase.
Yeah, it's definitely cheetah. But, you know, we'll get to it another time.
Yeah.
Alright.
We might end it.
The natural end. Yeah, I don't want to bring up any more topics because we're at the end here. Alright.
Yeah. Let me end it.
End it.
Oscar, I'm gonna...
Alright, listen, Van, he can't hear us. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna pretend to end it.
Huh?